Hello, ladies. This is Tiffany Roche with Power by Faith. I just wanted to come on here this week and do a video because it's something on my heart I really want to get out, and I feel like doing a video can really is a better way to express what I'm trying to say to you or to have you hear this week. And this week, my subject or this week topic is enough is enough. Right? Usually in my emails, I give y'all a subject line. But this subject line for this week is enough is enough. Now, earlier in the week, I sent you all an email, just checking on y'all, seeing how y'all were doing, seeing if seeing how you are spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, with this virus just hitting everybody left and right, and it's just attacking, it's just really shifting the world right now. And a lot of people may think of it as a negative, and a lot of people may, just spill out a whole lot of negativity about it. But I really believe in the midst of the storm, God is going to pour out blessings. God want us to listen and to be focused and to be intentional and to seek Him about everything. This is not an accident. I feel like this is done to get the attention of God's people. So with that being said, I hope you guys are able to really get some things done that you wasn't able to do, no matter how small, how big. For me, I get to spend more time with my kids, as I don't have to go to school. I have to do my classes online, all of my classes online now, where usually I'm at school 3-4 times in a week and then working full time. So I'm not able to spend as much time with my kids and my family and my husband like I want to. So I'm able to do that. I'm able to spend more time with God. I'm able to just do things I say, I wish I had enough time to do this, and I wish I had enough time to do that. Now I have enough time, so I'm trying to take advantage of it. I'm working on some things. God has spoken to me, so that's what I'm doing. So I hope you guys are finding this time and using it to your advantage, to seek God, to start up that business, to write the business plan, to just do those things you said you didn't have time for, and the things you wish you could do but you couldn't do. Use this time wisely, because we don't want to go in this season, we don't want to come out of this season the same people we were when we started it out. Do you understand with me? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, if I started one way in this season, this coronavirus, when it's all said and done, I want to be better. I want to have more knowledge. I want to be strengthened. I want to be less fear. I want to be more confident. I want to be better than I was when the season started. I'm coming out this season. I want you to come out this season fearful, confident, encouraged, motivated, inspired, and ready to hit the ground running. That's what I really want. This is what I want the time to really be, not just for myself, but I pray that it's for you as well. So I wanted to start off with a prayer from my devotional that I read almost every day if I don't forget. I've had this devotion for a very long time, so it was a little ragged, a little rough, but it's Joyce Meyer's The Confident Woman Devotional 365 Daily Inspiration. As you can see, the back of my book is all torn up and stuff. I got pages. I did so much stuff in here. So I've had this book for a while, but really, to be honest, I've really been focused on it more so this year than I ever been before, because like I said, I'm seeking God more, and He's having me do different things and seeking Him in different ways. So this has been my start off the day, or if I read it at work or read it at night, I just read it at least, sometime throughout the day. So here's the prayer. Lord, today may have its challenges, but I am determined to press on, following your will. By your grace, I will go the distance and never quit. Amen and amen again. So I just wanted to start off with that to get us, get some good some good vibes to start us off. So I've been reading the Bible more, and in my prayer time, I usually before the corona, I would have extended intentional time with God on Saturdays, Saturday morning, about a minimum an hour, where I just really lay it out to Him. I pray, I have worship, I just meditate on His word, and hopefully, and get revelation from him and take notes and all types of stuff. So it's the whole thing I do. So I have my tea and everything. So, but in my time with God, he revealed to me or shed light on a passage I'm pretty sure you all heard of before. And I didn't really get this this title to this this weekly word until like a couple of hours ago. And like I said, the title is Enough is Enough. So I'm going to read Mark 5:25. And it says, I have my Bible right here. And it says, and a woman was there who had been subject to bleeding for 12 years. She had suffered a great deal under the care of many doctors and had spent all she had. Yet instead of getting better, she grew worse. Verse 27, when she heard about Jesus, she came up behind him in a crowd and touched his cloak, because she thought, if I just touch his clothes, I will be healed. Immediately her blood stopped, and she felt in her body that she was freed from her suffering. Okay, so I know y'all have heard this scripture before, and so have I. I've heard it from so many different people, but it wasn't until I really read it myself and really and God gave me a word from this that I was like, wow, this is very powerful. And I feel like this is where a lot of us are, where we're like, it said she tried so much. She tried many doctors and nothing worked. And I feel like that's where we are in a lot of our lives. We've tried it our way. We've tried, to do it this way. And then we tried to do it that way. But none of it has worked. You've tried to start reading the Bible on your own. You've tried to let go of friendship. You've tried to deal with your past. You've tried to bring forth these dreams and these aspirations you've had. You've tried it, but you've never tried it with God. You've tried it all on your own. You've asked your friends. You've asked your family. You've done it yourself. You're doing everything on your own, but nothing is working. And you know why nothing is working? Because you have not added God. You have not touched his cloak, honey. You have not done none of that. That's why she said she tried everything. And it got worse. How many situations have we done on our own? How many things have we tried to get past, to get over on our own? I think I spoke in one of the newsletters where I was talking about how I tried to stop being this party girl. Like, I was the party girl. I like to go out every weekend, okay, with my friends, and I would be drinking a little bit too much where I was in the car on my way home praying to God that I was able to stay awake to get home every weekend. And I would do this weekend after weekend after weekend, and then praying to God, Lord, please get me home, dozing off, blasting the music, all of that. But it wasn't until I said, okay, I can't do it my way. I'm touching God. I'm tagging God in this. This is what I feel like she did. She tagged God in, said, okay, tag you're it. I tried it my way. I tried to do it my way, but God, it's not working. And it said that she had, somewhere it says, well, she had heard of him. She heard about God, right? So how many of us know of God? We know God have done so much greatness in the past. We know he is a healer. We know he's gotten us out of a lot of situations. But it's like we know of him. We know of him. We haven't got to actually know him personally. That's like, you got your best friend, but your best friend got a friend. You met her, but you don't know her like that. So you know of her. You just know the things that people tell you about her. Your best friend, she tell you things about her, but you don't know her personally. You have not took the time to know her personally. What she like, what she dislike, where she live at, do she got kids, is she married? None of that. And that's how I feel like sometimes we treat God. We know of God, but we're not trying to get to know God for ourselves. And then we want so much from him. We're praying to him, God, do this, God, do that. But you don't even know how he works. He probably is trying to talk to you, but you can't even hear him because you don't even know how he talks to you. You don't even know those things. So it's important that we actually get to know God. We don't need to know of God. We don't need to know God as a third person. We need to know him personally for ourselves. That's why it's important to read this Bible, because then you get to know him personally. When you spend time with him, you intentionally spend time with him. You got all this time when we're at home. Find that time with him. Find it so you can know him. It's important. It's so important. So when it's time for us to move, we can move. I've just now gotten to the point where God, I'm trying to be obedient as soon as he tell me to, instead of making all these excuses of why I can't, why I'm not ready, and it's not the right time, and I don't have the right this, and I don't have the right that. God said, I didn't ask you if you had all that. I didn't ask you if you had this. I don't ask you if you had enough money. I didn't ask you if you had enough time. I will make all of that happen. I just need you to move. I just need you to move. So let's go back to this. So she was suffering with bleeding for 12 years. So for 12 years, she has tried it her way. How long have you been trying it your way? Has it worked for you? Sis, how has it worked for you? Tell me. Because I know for me, it didn't work for me. It didn't work. I thought it was working, but it wasn't working. I'll do good for a little bit, but then I'm back at them bad habits. I'm back doing that same craziness I was doing before. But when you get fed up, I got fed up with those things time after time, doing the same thing over and over. I got tired of being in that cycle. Are you tired of being in your cycle, sis? You got to be tired of being in your cycle, because that's when you're going to press forward to God for real, for real. That's when it's really going to come. She got tired of going to the physicians that they said, we can't help you. She didn't get tired. She didn't spend all her money. She has nothing left. She has tried everything she could, and all to the point where she's broke, it seemed like. She ain't got nothing else. She has nothing else. So she said, I've heard of this man before. I've heard of him. I've tried everything else. I'm just fed up. Enough is enough. That's the point I was at. I was like, enough is enough. I'm tired of doing this. Nothing is working. I'm trying to let go of these unnecessary relationships. And I'm tired of being this person that I've been, that's not following God's direction. I know there's more inside of me. I know that I can get over this if I just touch his cloth. If I just touch the hem of his garment, tag him in and say, God, I can't do this no more on my own. I need you. I need you to get me through this. And when you do that, he will. You have to have, but she had faith in it. She had faith when she did it. Don't just tag him and be like, I don't know if he really gonna do it because I done messed up so many times. She didn't care about none of that. She didn't care. She didn't care. At this point, she was fed up. She didn't care what was going on. She didn't care. She said, I'm trying this because I know, because I believe in my heart that I will be healed just by touching him. Just by touching him. So are you fed up? Are you tired? I know you are. I know you're tired of living that lifestyle. I know you're tired of being that person you've been. I know you are. I know you are. So give it to God. Get into this word. I'm telling him, he gonna reveal to you so much. But you got to have an open heart. You can't be saying, going back and forth. You can't be hot or cold. And I've learned that. Either you all in with God or you're not. And I feel like you want to be all in, but you just need a little push. You just need a little encouragement. And I know sometimes it can seem discouraging. And sometimes you see other people that are, that you feel are spiritually ahead of you. But don't look at them. Don't look at their life. Because they had to have their walk with God too. They didn't start off at this high level with God. They had to build the relationship each and every day. Each and every day, still now, as they have grown in their spiritual life with God, they're still building on him every day, because there's always something or someone that's trying to knock us off of that. It's Corona that's trying to knock us off this relationship with God. But that's not the time to veer off. It's the time to press forward into his word, into who he's called us to be. What is God telling you in your spirit? What is he telling you? He's speaking to you each and every day. And if you just open up your heart, open up your spirit, and truly have faith in his word, He can reveal so much to you. He will reveal so much to you. And I'm not speaking of this just because I'm speaking this because I know God has been dealing with me for since 2019 for real. Like he's for real. To be honest with y'all, he has been tugging on me since I was a little girl. And when you young, you like, you try. I won't try to hear nothing what God was trying to say. I was trying to do what I wanted to do, when I wanted to do it, and how I wanted to do it. Do you hear me? And it continued like that. It continued, and I would be good, and then I would fall off. I would do good, and I would fall off. God, can you please? How many times how many of us has prayed that prayer? God, if you get me out of this one, I'll never do it again. Right? But we do it again. So we ain't had enough. God said, okay, when you ready, when you fed up, you gonna come back to me. And you're not gonna want to turn back. You're not gonna want to turn back. You're ready and you're willing to do the necessary steps to get you out of that. See, when I was dealing with my party girl ways, my my hot girl summers, my hot girl winters, my hot girl all 365. Okay, I wasn't ready. I knew I wanted to change, but I wasn't ready. But when enough was enough, I said, I can't do this no more. I remember bawling, crying on my floor, saying, God, I don't want this lifestyle no more. It's not getting me anywhere. I haven't gotten anywhere. I'm still in the same place I was. Yes, I was growing. I got a new job. God was still blessing me in the midst of it. He was still blessing me in the midst of it. I can't even lie. He was still giving me blessings, showing me, hey, if you go my way, you don't have to do this. You don't have to be this person anymore. And it was more than just me being that person. It was a lot of things he needed to deal with me on the inside, and I wasn't ready to face it. I wasn't ready to deal with it. But God told me, I got you. He just told me he got me. Period. So the woman with the issue of blood, she had enough. She tried and she tried and she tried again, and nothing worked. She spent all her money. She went to all the doctors she can go to. They couldn't help her, and it was getting worse. It was getting progressively worse. It was getting worse. It was not getting better. Sis, it's not getting better. You doing it on your own, it ain't gotten better. It hasn't. If you honest with yourself, the situation ain't got better. The relationship ain't got better. The internal work you need to do has not gotten better. The issues that you've been trying to deal with you've been trying to not deal with, but the issues you've been trying to keep level, just not think about, those things are really playing a part of your life. It's really playing out in your life in so many ways. Is enough enough? Are you fed up yet? When you gonna say enough is enough? I'm giving it all to God. I'm not doing this by myself. He don't want you to do it by yourself. He never asked you to do it by yourself. He's always wanted to do it with you. He's always wanted to be a part of everything you've got going. He never said, oh, I don't want to do, that relationship, I ain't trying to get into that. I'm not getting involved in that. He want to be all in that. He want to be in the mother issues. He want to be in those relationship issues. He want to be in that. Open your heart and let him in. Let him in. So you can go from glory to glory to glory. You tired of being at the bottom. I know you are. I know you're tired of being at the bottom. Crying yourself to sleep every night. Asking God, why me? Why am I going through this? And he's saying to you, you don't have to go through it alone. I can walk with you. I've already laid everything out for you. All you got to do is walk the path I already laid out for you. That's all you got to do. And yes, there are going to be some battles, but it's not no battles that you can't win. It's no battles that you cannot win. It's already won in Jesus' name. It's already won. Remember, God knew you before you was even in your mother's womb. And that's what I keep playing in my head. That the things I'm going through, I'm like, Dad, this is so hard. But God, then I have to think about God He knew I was going to go through this. God knew I was going to be a mother at 16. So he provided so much things for me. First of all, before I got pregnant, he knew my mother was going to die. He knew my mother wasn't going to live long. He knew it. And people can say, yes, you shouldn't have had sex when you were 16. Cool. And that's true. But the blessing that came out of it got me through my mother's death. Do you hear me? God knew things. God knows everything you're about to go through. But if we trust in what he said, if we trust in him, period. But we can't trust what we don't know. You got to know him by reading the word. You got to know him by reading the word. It's just so crazy how when I read this, I said, wow, that's how some of my ladies are on here. They're fed up. They're fed up, just like the woman with the issue of blood. She was fed up. She done tried everything. Sis, you done tried everything. And it ain't nothing. It ain't getting nowhere. It's not getting nowhere. You just putting a Band-Aid on something that needs stitches. You know what I'm saying? Like you just trying to patch it up with a little bit, but you don't want the real treatment, but then it gets worse. You know what I'm saying? You end up getting a wound, right? You get a wound, right? And you look at it and you know you need stitches. You know you need God. You know you need it. You know you need God. You know you need them stitches after when you see that wound. But instead you try to do it your way and say, I'm going to just put the Band-Aid on and I'm going to keep going. Right? So every day you putting a Band-Aid on it and it's getting worse and worse until you can't put a Band-Aid on it no more, sis. You can't put a Band-Aid on it. You can't do this without God no more. You know that. You know that. So I'm here to tell you, don't do it without him no more. Simple and plain. You don't have to do nothing. You don't have to walk in that thing you've been trying to walk in for years and years. You don't have to do it on your own. God is here to be with you. He wants to be with you. You ain't going to get it. Ain't nothing going to come of it unless he's with you, unless you let him in. Don't allow, this virus and life happiness to veer you away from the Father that knew you before you were even created. He knows your paths. And he's so gracious that even though we mess up time and time again, we turn our backs on him time and time again, he still opened his arms for us. Nobody will ever do that. Nobody on this earth, no human on this earth will ever do that for us. After we turned them away and we dissed them and we just turned our backs on them several times. And then when we say touching, when we tag him in, he's open. He's open. So sis, what are you gonna do in this time? How are you gonna come out on top? You're gonna come out on top if you have God. You're gonna come out on top if you put God first. He's gonna give you the strategies. He's gonna give you the ideas. He's going to provide everything you need in this time. And not just in this time, but every day, all day. When I started this newsletter, I said, God, I don't know how to do this. He said, I didn't ask you if you knew how to do it. Like, God will tell you straight up. He's honest. He'll be honest with you. He not going to, just sugarcoat nothing. No, he not. He going to be honest with you. He said, I didn't ask you. I don't need you to know how you going to get there. Just start it. And I'm telling y'all, once I started this thing, my confidence has built so great. He's given me ideas. He's given me creativities. Y'all, I'm such an introvert. I'm really trying to veer out and talk to people I've never talked to before and just put myself out there. I said, God, I'm scared to do this mindset and accountability coaching. He said, I didn't ask you if you were scared. Just start. Just start. Start creating the packages. Start creating the program. Start building relationships. Start. I will see you through it. He will give you strategy. He will give you everything you need. He will give you revelation. He will provide the finances. He will provide the people. We may have to let go of some things. We may have to let go of some things, y'all. But God will give us that back. He will give what we need back. I'd rather let go of something and not have it than to hold on to it and God can't get to me. God is trying to get to you. He wants to provide for you. He wants that relationship with you. And I'm here to guide you through that. I'm here to inspire you, to motivate you, to empower you, so that you don't feel alone in this, and you building your relationship with God. I know when I started, y'all, I didn't want to do this because I'm like, first of all, I didn't know how to do it. And then nobody around me was actually doing anything like this. Nobody, not like this, but nobody was trying to seek God. None of my friends were trying to seek God at 20 some odd years old. That's when, that's when I was starting to just think about it like more. Nobody was doing that at 16. Nobody's really doing that now that I know in my, who I'm around now. But it's not about them. It's about you and your relationship with God. Because God is going to take you to so many different levels. He's going to just keep on blessing you. And even when it seems hard, God is still going to keep blessing you. And I truly believe I'm going to have to do a weekly word on this. But God bless us in the wilderness. When we're in the roughest seasons of our lives, we are built to fight the war. We are built we are built as soldiers. I can't even get the words out. At my darkest moments, when I go back and I reflect and I think about it, God was building me. Before my mother passed away, when I was pregnant, God was building me. He was telling me, look, you got this baby on the inside of you that you need to take care of. And I didn't know why. I had no idea why I had to be pregnant at 16. I didn't get it. I didn't understand that. But he was building me. He was preparing me because several months later, my mother wasn't going to be here. So I needed something to hold me. I needed something to keep me. And he did that for me. Yes, it was hard, and I didn't understand it. I didn't quite understand why me. Why did I have to be the one that was pregnant at 16? I'm about to be a single mother. And it was crazy. But from that point on, after she passed, I just never gave up. I never gave up. I might have procrastinated a lot. I procrastinated a lot. But I never said, I'm giving up. I just kept going. I mean, being 16 and pregnant and going to high school and dealing with your mother's death and transitioning to another household. Like I had to go live with my sister. It was a lot. So first I'm pregnant at 16, right? Well, I got pregnant at 16, got pregnant at 15, had my son at 16. When I was 6 months pregnant, my mother passed away. But before she passed away, we got evicted. So we had to go live with my sister, right? And her 3 children. It was a lot. It was a lot. The father of my son wasn't doing right. So I already knew I was about to be a single mother. Here I am trying to pass the grade I'm in now. But it was something in my spirit telling me, Tiffany, you are not made to give up. So I just kept pushing, and I cried, and I kept pushing. And I trusted God, and I kept pushing. I didn't know what to do, but I kept pushing. I just kept going. And I made a lot of mistakes along the way, y'all. So many. But I didn't give up. I made that mistake. I said, okay, I made that mistake. I gave myself time to cry, and I pushed on. It might have took me a long time to push on, but I didn't say my hands is up in the air, I'm just giving up. No, sis, you're not giving up. I'm not letting you give up. I'm not letting you give up. You got this, okay? You got this. You're going to come out of this season you're going to come out of the season victorious. You're going to come out of this season as a warrior, honey. You're going to have a story to tell. And I want you to tell me the story because I want to know how good God has been to you. Because I know he's been good. I know he's been good. So, sis, enough is enough. You fed up. I know you are. So put your hands and put your trust in God. Put your hands and put your trust in God. But you can't, let me tell you one thing, what you cannot do. You can't put your trust in God and just walk away. You cannot put your hand on, you cannot give it to God and walk away. You have to do your part. It's a partnership. God ain't doing everything for you. He like, nah, I need you to do your part and I'm going to do my part. So don't stop. Don't quit. Girl, I'm here for you, okay? I am here for you. God done pushed me to do this. Y'all have no idea. As we keep going with these newsletters, I'm going to just reveal more, but y'all have no idea. This was so hard for me. And like, I know whatever you're going through is hard for you. You may be going through a divorce. You may be just, your relationship has fallen, whether it's friendships, a relationship with your boyfriend, a relationship with your mother, your father, your jobs, your children, your husband, your spouse. You can get through this. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, you can get through this and all of it. So I just really pray that y'all have, just keep y'all spirits up. I'm going to continue to send y'all these newsletters, whether y'all open them or not. I'm going to send them to you because you never know when somebody's going to open this. Please make sure y'all share it. Y'all know I'm going to have the link at the end of the email. So share it to somebody that needs this, because we're not meant to get through some certain things alone. We're supposed to come in as a community, as a unit. This ministry is for you. It's for you. I'm not on here just because I want to be. Okay? God told me I had to do this, so I'm doing it. And I'm doing it with a smile on my face. It's not always easy because I got so much, I got homework, I got my kids, I got full-time jobs, I'm go to school for, it's a lot. But I have to make sure I get it done. I have to make sure I have to be obedient. My theme for this year is obedience and being intentional. And I'm working on it. I ain't perfect at it. I done fell short of few thousand times already. But I ain't stopped. I ain't stopped reading my word. Actually, I'm more in my word than I've ever been before. Yeah, I bought this Bible maybe a year or two or so ago. But before then, I had the Bible I couldn't even understand. It was just a hot mess. But I knew that God was calling me. And it took this long time, but I had to learn some things. God had to get me through some stuff. I had to, he had to bring some things up I wasn't trying to deal with. But y'all, I just pray that y'all really just stay focused, stay motivated. I'm here to inspire you, to push you, to be honest with you, because I'm not about to give y'all no fluff. I'm not about to sit here and lie to you, tell me everything gonna be all peaches and cream, because it's not. I'm going to be honest with you, but I'm going to tell you the truth. How can you learn? How can you be motivated? How can you be inspired if somebody tell you based on a lie? I'm not going to base anything on a lie, period. I can tell you what I've been through. I can tell you what the words say, and I can empower you and so much more. So make sure y'all stay tuned. Make sure y'all follow me on IG at Tiffany Roche. Y'all can follow me on Facebook at Coach Tiffany Roche. And I'll see y'all, talk to y'all, email y'all, probably email y'all in the middle of the week, check on y'all again, see how y'all doing. Because y'all, like I said, y'all in my hearts, y'all my sisters, y'all my friends, y'all my peoples. Like, y'all, this is a family. Like, I got